All right, so back here on the 1978 Toyota pickup. Yeah, got all these pieces, parts here. They've been sitting for about a week or so. I only had them in the where I cranked up the heat in here for just a couple of days, and then just left them all week. And paint's fully cured on everything. I got the just testing the backside of things that are definitely not going to matter if they get a bit scratched, and paint's all cured up, so those are good. I'll probably see if I can maybe get the front end completely assembled this weekend maybe. So I got all the arms and everything for the front painted, and so might see if I can get that assembled. But today I'm working on getting the getting the bed back mounted, just so I know this is in the right place and everything, because after I get the front end done, I'm going to try to work on the rear end, and I want to make sure that the bed is actually in the right spot. And so going through here and looking at all the different mounts, and so I reattached this piece here, and then got like a little piece of rubber there. What I'm trying to do is use the post jack and try to get my body line close, and then I do want it a little bit high, because when I tighten down the bolts and squish the rubber, it is going to suck it down a little bit, and so I am trying to make that just a touch high. What I ended up doing for the rubber is using some sidewall from an old tire I got out here. So I just used a jigsaw to cut a big old chunk of sidewall out of this. That's steel belted radial, and tires, they be outside getting driven on for decades, so it should have no problem holding up a bed. I don't have any concern with that. After I got the chunks cut, so this is a piece here, and so after I get that cut, I'm splitting them in half, because it's slightly different profile. So this will give me two different thicknesses that I can work with. So you can see that it's a little bit thinner on this side, a little bit thicker on this side. And what I do is I split it right down the middle. And then if I need a little bit thicker one, I got it. If I need a little bit thinner one, I got it. So that gives me a couple of different thicknesses that I can use. And then I just cut those into little rectangles that I can then slide in place and then put a hole in it. And so I got, just some test bolts here, and that way it'll, fit through here just fine. And what I figured out to get that hole in there is, so I do have a leather punch set, and so there's a punch, and you can't, like, if you hit that with a hammer, it will just laugh at you. Like, it's not going to go through. Like, I tried it, and it's not even close. But I did figure out that if I put it here in the vise, sure. So I put it in the vise with a little piece of wood in the way. And then that gets a nice clean hole straight through it. And then you just take the screwdriver, punch that hole out, and do a whole bunch of them. So it's crazy how many mounts are on this truck. There's 14, which is wild. I don't know why you need 14 points that it touches, but you do. So there's 2 in the front that will get the through holes and bolts, and then 2 in the back, again, through holes and bolts. And then you got these ones here that, have you seen this little bitty hole here, is it was just a little thin pad that was riveted on. And so, you know, I got 2 of those as well. And so, oh, 3, there's another one back here. So there's so many mounting points. I'm going to be here for a little while, making a whole bunch of those little pads and all different thicknesses and sizes and everything. And then that way, as I go through, I'll just use the jack here, get it squared away, throw a bolt through it, and incrementally just do each one of them one at a time. But should be a nice little project to be able to get done today. So, all right, that's it. Thanks for seeing the next one.